What's up, buds? How's it hanging? I'm Greg.
I'm Bob.
And today we're going to be discussing... So here at the beginning, we're not going to be going into spoiler territory. We're just going to be giving you guys an overview of what we thought about the movie. What do you think?
It was fantastic. Now, it's probably going to go down as one of my favorite horror movies.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. It might actually be my favorite horror movie, period, now. Like, I've always had Scream as probably my favorite horror series, but I think this movie, like, solidified it for me. It was crazy start to finish.
Oh, yeah. It had me on my edge of my seat. Like, I didn't really know what was going on, wasn't sure, like, who the killer was, nothing like that. Like, Scream always kind of keeps you on your toes, because they always play with those horror tropes.
I hate to be one of those guys, but I kind of seen, like, who at least one killer was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I think I even turned to you in the theater, and I was like, it's going to be this person, watch this person or that person. But I feel like that wasn't as big of a part of this one, though. Because I feel like it was kind of more obvious in this one.
Yeah.
But that's not why I go to see, like, a Scream movie or a horror movie in general, you know? I'm actually kind of glad that they kind of deviated from the normal path in this one.
Yeah, they definitely did. They tried something new in this one, and it really, in my opinion, it paid off for them.
Oh, yeah, I agree. It's like, it wasn't as meta as a normal Scream movie is. Like, you do get a little bit of that meta stuff, but there's only, like, one scene, and then there's, like, a couple mentions of stuff here and there.
Yeah, like, maybe more toward, like, there's that one main scene, and then, like, more towards the end is when, like, it starts picking back up on the meta stuff, I would say.
Yeah, there's a really cool scene between, I'm drawing a blank on her name, damn. Hayden Panettiere, or however you say her name. Her character. I love her character, even though I can't remember the name right now. It's because we're recording. Yeah. Everything goes out of my head. But I loved her character, and her and Mindy get a really cool scene together. I kind of feel like Gail didn't really need to be in the movie, though.
No, she was only there just to satisfy a quota for legacy characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
How'd you feel about Sydney not being in it?
It's the same as 5. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't care all that much.
Yeah.
They could have done without Gail and Sydney. I'd have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've kind of broken off from Sydney at this point. They're more focused on Samantha with her past and everything. So, I mean, I don't know. I really like the concept that they're bringing in, like, Billy's daughter.
Yeah, how do you feel about the new characters in general?
I like them, actually. Like,
I did, too.
This movie was just fantastic. It was well written.
It really fleshed out the characters as well.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta admit, I wasn't really into Chad all that much, but this movie made me love that character. Because I was kind of like, I really didn't care if he lived or died in the first one, but this one, I really didn't want anything happen to him.
Yeah. Even in, like, the more opening scenes, he shows that really quickly for Samantha's sister. I forget her name right now.
Tara.
Tara. Yeah. Yeah. Shows, like, that really good protectiveness, like, straight from, like, one of the early scenes that you get to see both of them. Like, as soon as, like, the Asian
that
chick,
party.
Yeah, the newer Asian chick's like, hey, we need your help. Or something like that, and, like, he was, like, there instantly.
Yeah. I miss Dewey, though.
Oh.
I gotta be honest, I miss Dewey.
There was one shot at, like, a memorial thing to him, I think there was, wasn't there? Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I think that's about all we can say without spoiling stuff, but we really love the movie. I think I can speak for both of us saying that, and I actually went and saw it twice within, like, 2 hours of each other in the same day. And I had to walk in the cold to get there. Yeah. If that says anything, but I'm a huge Scream fan. So I would say if you're a huge Scream fan and you loved 5 and the characters in 5, then I would definitely go see it if you haven't yet.
I will say, though, you may want to see Scream 5, though, because if you don't see Scream 5 and get, like, the whole backstory behind, like, all these characters, you may not understand a lot of the plot points and stuff.
Well, actually, I would say you probably need to have seen more of the previous ones for this one, because there's a lot of references to the whole franchise.
Yeah, that's true, because otherwise you wouldn't know the girl from 4 or how, like, any of her past.
Anything in that big, like, scene with everything splayed out.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was in the trailer. I could just say, like, the shrine to Ghostface.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was an awesome scene.
When I first saw that in the trailer, I lost my mind, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've been excited for this movie ever since 5. Because they It pretty much got greenlit immediately.
It did. Like that.
Yeah.
Like literally 2 weeks after the release, it got like, okay, we're already working on Scream 6.
Yeah. I don't think they've done that for Scream 7 yet, but I'm almost positive that it will get greenlit. And I'm already excited for it.
Yeah, it's only been a weekend. We got to give them at least 2 more weeks.
I mean, I never go to the movies, and I went and saw it twice in one day. So.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to go see it again. So.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's about all we can say without spoiling stuff. So we're gonna get into the spoilers. Okay, so that opening scene. What'd you think about it?
Dude, it was fucking amazing. I like the way they started this one off.
I gotta say, when it started, I was not feeling it.
Oh, really?
When it first started, whenever dude unmasked himself, I wasn't feeling it at first.
Yeah.
I was like, what are they doing? Why are they showing us the killer right now?
That's what I was like, where are they going with this? Like, I don't know. Then, like, whenever he got home and the phone rang, I was like, oh. Oh, okay.
That was badass.
Yeah.
I was like,
right.
oh shit, some Ghostface on Ghostface action.
Yeah, like, that was pretty good. And then, like, because you didn't even, like, even those characters got flushed out. That was cool. Like, they're literally 5-minute characters, and they're like, oh, they like were just devoted to wanting to finish the script.
I think somebody, when I was watching their video, said that they were supposed to be together. Did you get that vibe?
No.
That they were like together?
No, I thought they were just roommates.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But there was a video where somebody said that they were like partners, like life partners.
Huh, that's weird.
I didn't catch that vibe, but
No,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because one of them's just in the fridge.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. Like, you didn't get to see Greg.
I was in the fridge, man.
Yeah, that's why that name stuck out to me. I'm like, aha, Greg's dead in the fridge.
That's fucked
Like,
up.
damn, they killed you all before you got any time to shine,
I
motherfucker.
didn't even just get decapitated. I got just like de-bodied. It was cool to be able to see what a Ghostface does after a kill.
Yeah, like, he
You know
just
what I
went
mean?
home to, like, casually, like, just do shit.
Yeah, that was a good way of doing something like they did in Scream 4. Like, to really subvert your expectations, but it was way better than the Scream 4 opening.
Oh, yeah.
People are split on that one. I'm just like, it is what it is.
Dude, I don't know. Scream 6, just, like, that opening, fuck, it was good. Like, we got, like, well, 3 confirmed kills and 2 kills on camera. Like, that was fucking badass.
There's a lot more kills in this one.
Oh, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, though, is they brought in, like, a bunch of random characters to die. So they could get away with keeping, like, the main cast around. I did notice that, but I don't really care, because I love the characters.
Exactly. Yeah. They wanted the core 4.
The core 4.
The core 4.
Yeah, man, I loved it, dude. The characters are just so awesome in this movie, and I feel like they could carry the series onwards by themselves.
Oh, yeah, at least for a couple more movies.
Yeah, I'm really curious what they're going to do in 7, and I'm going to talk more about that later.
Yeah. So what was your favorite kill?
Oh, it was easily, like, the double knife kill, and then the knife wipe. Yeah, easily. That's, like, my favorite part in any horror movie now.
See, I really like that scene. Like, that was probably the most badass moment. I would say, like, them wiping the knives off together at the same time and shit, that was badass. But my favorite kill, honestly, was, like, the Asian chick. Like, how long and, like whenever the knife got stuck in her, got turned.
And twisted it, yeah.
And then, like, brought it up and shit.
That's brutal, dude.
Yeah. And then she still tried to climb across the fucking ladder, and Ghostface, like, couldn't just, like, shove the ladder off or something like that. He's just like, I'm gonna fuck with you, bitch.
It was kind of funny, like, sitting there in the theater when that happened. I think I said, like, oh no, she got Dewey'd. She was, like, one of the only characters that I kind of forgot about in the movie, though.
Yeah, she was there just for Death Fire.
Yeah, she died so early on.
Yeah.
And then you had Quinn, who died, which that actually caught me off guard.
No, I called that. I'm like, no, because they always show the, like, in like any Scream movie, they always show, like, do the dead body pose. Like, for anybody that gets killed, it's, like, always, like, that close-up dead face shot or something like that.
Well, I think
they didn't do it with her in that movie.
I think the next time I went and saw it, I noticed that she was, like, still moving a little bit.
Oh, really?
Like, in the scene, like, yeah, before the camera cut. I think she was still moving a little bit. They just didn't sit there and linger on the body.
Yeah.
Because they were, like, distracted by everything else.
Yeah.
So I didn't really catch that, if I'm being honest.
Okay. I don't know. I definitely, whenever they didn't show the code, like, confirm her, being dead, like, I don't know. I'm just like, there's something up with that.
It was a little weird whenever, like, she was getting killed and they didn't show, like, the stabbings and stuff, and they just kind of, like, zoomed on the door and had her screaming. Like, that was a little weird.
Yeah, especially with, like, Ghostface supposedly just, like, being behind her, just kind of stalking, not even knowing the dude across the, to the other building can see in.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of sitting there like, oh, I'm just fucking with you.
I'm wondering if he put Quinn on the ground and pretended to stab her, because otherwise, wouldn't he have seen like them putting the makeup on and stuff?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know, that's just one of the little weird things that if you think about it too much,
Plot hole.
Yeah. But I don't really care about that. Like, I don't go to horror movies to have like a perfect story,
Yeah. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't go and analyze Friday the 13th like this Jason Voorhees has vanishing powers.
Yeah,
like,
who cares?
Exactly, who cares? The motherfucker just, like, punched a dude's head off.
It's
badass.
fun. It's fun to theorize about stuff like that, but whenever you're watching the movie, I feel like it's more about just being fun and entertained. And this movie had me locked in like the entire time. I was not bored once.
Oh no, not at all.
And there was a bunch of parts that made me go like, "Oh God!"
Yeah.
And that never happens.
It definitely a lot of like you said, a lot more kills and like even
They
a few
were
of
way
them.
more brutal.
Yeah, even a few of them made me squeamish, and like I can watch Saw and like just sit there and laugh at it. So.
And then they showed that like bodega scene where he's in the store in the trailer, but I was still entertained watching it as it happened because it was so damn brutal.
Oh yeah.
He just walks up and just, and then I didn't notice it was a different guy the first time I was watching it, but like he turns around, stabs another dude in the neck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a different dude. I thought he did it to the same dude he had just stabbed for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, but the second time I saw it, I was like, oh damn! I didn't realize he took out 2 people right there.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't? He technically took out 3 because he took out the cashier too.
Yeah, and then hearing like that shotgun shot in the theater,
yeah.
dude, just, boom! There was just so many things that I loved about this video, this movie, and I don't understand how the people that are talking negatively about it are talking negatively about it.
Because they're haters.
Yeah, I think they just either going in expecting way too much from a horror movie, or they just want to go against everybody.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, because for the most part, it's been like overwhelmingly positive, and then I even watched a couple negative videos just to be like, oh, okay, let me see what they say, and let me see if I could agree with them. And they would even say at the beginning of the movie, it's like, oh, it's not or the beginning of the video, it's not a bad movie.
No, it's not.
Like, there's not a bad Scream movie out there. It's like, but you're only talking negative about it? How does that make sense,
Like I said, people gonna hate.
Like, there's a lot of stuff you could take issue with, like how everybody survived, even though they got, like, really messed up in this movie.
Yeah.
Like Chad
Yeah,
in My Favorite Kill.
No.
The body is pretty resilient, dude. You'd be surprised. There's been people who've been, like, shot in the damn head and, like...
That's true.
And survived.
People have been impaled through the head with fucking rods and stuff.
Yeah, there's been people that have been stabbed, like, multiple times. Like, I don't know if as much as Chad survived, but I know there's been some pretty crazy cases out there.
Yeah.
So, like, I can suspend my disbelief on that.
Yeah.
And then, like, I seen that other people were whining about how people would get stabbed and just, like, act like nothing was happening. It's like, 1, it's a movie. Like, who cares? And 2... I'm pretty sure whenever Ethan got stabbed, a lot of it was like around the shoulder area.
Yeah.
Which you'd be bleeding a lot, but you wouldn't be like severely injured enough to where you wouldn't move. So
that's true.
I think that's cut out. And then the chick got hit in the face with the brick. And
Dude,
you'd be really
brutal.
messed up for a second.
God.
But you would be able to recover from that and still attack.
I don't know. Like it depends on if she broke her jaw or not. Like, yeah, your jaw may not break and shit, and like, if that's like that's the case, then yeah, you can shrug
She'd
it
be
off.
in a shit ton of pain. Don't get me wrong.
But like, she was smiling and shit. Like, if her jaw was broke, like shattered, like she would
They're
not.
not
be
gonna
smiling.
sit there and have like somebody they want to be menacing be like, ugh.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
And she was super menacing. I will give that to her.
100%.
She was really good at being like...
Especially with the blood dripping down her fucking face and shit. Like, it was pretty good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good work by the makeup crew.
Props to her actor. I don't know her name.
The actor and the makeup crew. Because the makeup crew, you gotta give props to the makeup crew on that.
Props to all of them, dude. Especially Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera. The 2 sisters.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of stood out to me. I even liked the boyfriend character. He was hilarious, dude.
His fucking faces, though. You can ask Greg. I kept fucking geeking the whole time because this motherfucker looked constipated through the
Super
whole
expressive.
goddamn fucking.
Yeah.
You know,
I swear he comes off as like he's like high all the time.
he just be like.
He reminds me
Just
of
goes
this
out
dude
there.
that comes into my work. It's hilarious. He even looks like this dude I'm talking about. But yeah, the characters are great, like all around.
I totally forgot about him until you just mentioned that. It's just his fucking eyes. His eyes look like they were constantly trying to bulge out of his fucking head.
And initially I was like suspicious of him. Like whenever I saw the trailer and stuff. I'm so glad that it wasn't him. They didn't do the boyfriend thing again.
Especially whenever he was like, "Oh, you should go without me." I'm like,
Yeah.
Why? So she can not be around, like, that way you can dress up as Ghostface and shit? Like, that's what the killer always fucking says.
Do you feel like we can be, like, safe in saying that it won't be him in the next movie?
No.
No?
No.
I want to believe that
I feel like only that core 4 is good. Actually...
They're going to have to come up with a new nickname in the next movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a few things, but I feel like we're going to touch on that more a little bit in the later. Like, whenever we lead into Scream 7, so I'm going to leave my theories on that one.
There'll be more of, like, the Fantastic Five.
Yeah, Fantastic Five, yeah.
Mindy was hilarious in this movie, too, dude.
Oh, really?
Like, especially in that ending scene. I love it when she's like, I got it wrong again? Damn it! And then she was actually right, though. Like, by the end of it.
Yeah. See, that's one part that always confused me. Why did dude get her off the fucking train after she'd been stabbed?
Because I'm guessing it was because, like, there was so many people around.
Yeah, but nobody else noticed until he pointed it out. Like, oh shit.
Somebody would have noticed.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, they were so far apart and everything, like, I don't know, it's one of those things, like you said, like, if we dive too deeply into it, it's just gonna ruin, it's a plot hole.
I also think it could have been because, like, he was just trying to drive suspicion away from him as well.
True.
Because, like, if she would have died whenever he was there, they would have instantly been like, no.
Yeah.
Because she was already like, screw you, Ghostface.
Yeah, that's true.
she kept calling him Ghostface.
Yeah, that is true. Like, she legitimately kept fucking, like, avoiding him and everything else.
Get away from me with your Ghostface ass Ghostface.
Ghostface ass Ghostface.
I'm so glad they didn't kill her. That's why I don't understand why these people are mad that these people didn't die. I love these characters.
Yes, I really do, man. Like, yeah. Like, all 4 of them, like, they're pretty fucking cool.
Every time a character that I cared about was about to die, I'm like, no! Like, even Chad, which I said earlier, like, he was a weaker character for me in Scream 5.
Yeah.
And whenever they were stabbing the shit out of him, I was like, no! No! And whenever they said, oh, no, there's one more, I was like, yeah!
That's, my heart is saying, I'm like, who the fuck? I thought it was going to be one of the Ghostface.
Oh, really? That would have been random, dude.
It would have been cool.
Just have him run out like, the one that didn't get a TV on their head. That was funny. I don't care.
That was so fucking random. Like, granted, it was a callback to, like, one of the other Screams, but still.
Oh, it was Kirby. I think her name was Kirby Riley. I can't believe I forgot her name.
You have to go back in and edit that back in.
just take the, like, me saying Kirby and just put it over.
Yeah. I think her name is, it's Kirby!
What's her name? It's like, so you hear the root, and then it's like, Kirby. Oh, I can't believe I forgot her name. She's, like, one of my favorite Scream characters.
Yeah. She got stabbed in the same spot again. Fuck that.
And she got shot.
Oh, yeah, she did get shot.
Yeah.
But she still alive.
I wonder if she really got fired from the FBI, or if he was just making that up.
I think he was making that up.
I hope so.
Yeah,
she didn't seem crazy.
I feel like that's something he would have made up, just so throw him off the guard a little bit.
Yeah. He was the one that I was, like, pretty much for sure was Ghostface. As soon as I seen, like, even in the trailer, when I seen Ghostface handling that shotgun the way he was, I was like, oh, this dude has training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even catch that, and that's more something I would have catched versus you.
Yeah, he was holding his shoulder and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I think a normal person probably would have held it, like, down, like, at the waist.
More hip firing.
I saw that and I was like, well, it's gonna be a character with some kind of training. He was a cop. I was like, okay.
Fits the description.
And then typically you would think that, like, having his daughter die would put me off of it, but I was like, nah, it made me more suspicious for some reason.
Yeah.
Because he said both of my kids are gone, and he only talked about Quinn at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And then if you pay attention, whenever he's, like, walking out, whenever you go back, he's, like, kind of limping a little bit. Like he had just been through, like, a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that the whodunit part of it wasn't supposed to be, like, as big of a part of it in this.
Yeah, it's more trying to flesh out characters and stuff like you were saying.
Because there was a lot of stuff that would stand out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What'd you think about them actually trying to kill off Gale?
I wasn't sure if they were gonna do it.
I was pissed. I was pissed that she even got stabbed. I can't lie.
I was tearing up, I can't lie, whenever they were, like, sitting there and she was, like, saying her final words and stuff.
Yeah.
I was tearing up, but I'm so glad they're like, she's got a pulse. As soon as they said she got a pulse, I'm like, okay, she's gonna be good. There's no way that they would kill her off, like, in the hospital.
Yeah, no.
But then in my head at the same time, I'm like, are they gonna do that?
It is Scream. It is Scream, after all. They like to play with them fucking, them tropes a little bit.
But they do come in at a certain point and they're like, Mindy and Gail are fine. Mindy's on the way here. We couldn't stop her or something like that.
Yeah. There were so many good scenes in this movie. And like you said, I don't know, it kind of led up to, like, I think they are building up into a franchise, as they even said in the movie. Like, they ain't in sequels anymore. They're in a franchise.
It'd be cool if it keeps going on long enough and all the characters are cool enough to keep coming back. Like, after this third movie, even if they stop making them for a while, have both, like, Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox come back, and then, have, like, these characters be, like, the new legacy characters, and then have a new term for, like, Gail and Sydney.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That'd be cool if they could keep it going that long.
That would be.
And as long as they could keep it from being, like, ridiculous like every other horror franchise, that would have gone off the rails by this point, let me just say that. This is the only series that has gotten to the 6th installment, and it hasn't just been crazy as hell.
You gotta think, by this point, Jason's already been shot, killed, resurrected with a lightning rod, came back from hell.
The craziest thing about these two movies has been, like, her seeing the visions of her dad, but that's written into the story, so...
Yeah, fantastically. Which kind of leads into Scream 7 in my point.
Yeah.
With, like, where they're going with all this shit. Like, I really think they are going to lead into, like, a good point.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Besides going into Scream 7? No, that was it.
Okay. Okay, so yesterday I was watching a video called Scream 6 Ending Explained from the channel Heavy Spoilers, and I decided to leave a comment about a theory I have. Let's read that comment. I said, I swear Sam is going to have something to do with all of this. Her leaving the mask at the last crime scene, just like the rest is sus. I feel like she could have killed the therapist. Now, I don't know about that last part there, about the killing the therapist. But I do think she might have something to do with everything. Because I've been thinking that ever since Scream 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the end of Scream 5, like, there was just some stuff where I was just like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's talking to the therapist in this one, and she straight up admits that she likes killing. The therapist drops her, and then the therapist ends up dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Bailey could have killed the therapist because he wanted the file, but I feel like Sam could have killed the therapist.
I remember you saying this theory at the theater, and it kind of clicked then too, like whenever she left the mask and stuff, because like the masks were getting dropped at the other ones.
Yeah, and then she dropped it at the end. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely strange.
Yeah, I don't know, like I feel like the same thing. Like I feel like ever since 5, like they kind of touched on her backstory, and she got her first kill kind of taste.
It was even the last mask. Whenever they said that it was counting down to something.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It was even the last mask at the last crime scene that was supposed to be counting down to something. That is weird, no matter how you slice it. Like, the funny thing is I don't even really want this theory to be true because I love Sam. Like, I love her character. But if you think about it, at the same time, the relationship between the two sisters has always been about, like, what divides them.
Yeah.
What would cause a bigger division than if Sam has had her hand in all of this stuff happening.
Exactly.
Maybe Sam could be, like, obsessed with it and wants to take part in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Both roles. Like, she doesn't mind playing the victim because, one, it doesn't cast any suspicion on her, and two, she'd be able to kill if she wanted to.
Yeah. Exactly, because she's always been the victim now.
Yeah. But, that's our theory, and I made that comment. So now, let's look at what other people think about it. The first one says, to be honest, I think they want us to think that. I think that could be true. I'm not going to say you're wrong there. They definitely want us to think something. The next one says, didn't even read into that until this comment. Wow. Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. I replied to Corned Beef, and I said, she seems awfully happy to kill people, lol. I mostly agree. I just feel like they might actually do it. The line where she's like, my father was a murderer, but I'm better than that, is also extremely sus. She could mean that she's better because she hasn't gotten caught yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that popped into my head as soon as she said it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I got to agree there. That one's pretty good theory.
The next person, Christina Hampton, says they obviously aren't going to do that, and she's dead. Come on now. I mean, I think they might not do it, but there's some weird stuff, as I've pointed out. Come on now.
I don't know. I know you say you don't want her to be, but I think it would be a really cool ass twist. She is.
If they could pull it off, I'd be happy with it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like we'll let the last Ghostface be, the one that got away, be the son of the first one, or the daughter of the first one. Like that would be such a cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so the next comment's actually kind of funny because it comes from Corey Barkley, and it says, "Damn, spoilers. When the video is called Scream 6 Ending Explained. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?"
I don't know. He may have been saying like, "Oh man, you're spoiling shit for the next movie."
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe let it just like, I don't know, goofing or something. I don't know.
I just said this whole video is spoilers. That's all I could say to that.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Okay, so the next comment from Jayologist. I think that's how you say that. To be honest, I was thinking this could be a split personality thing. That is also a good point.
Yeah.
That could be true. Then Ghostface Edits says, "Hell no. You're just in denial, bruh. You're just in denial, bruh."
Alright, come on, you gotta at least keep your mind open to like the facts on some of this shit. Like, I don't know, I'm highly convinced she killed the therapist. I think that is going to come to light in the next one.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if I called all this stuff. That's the only reason I'm really going into this right now. Is because I just want to get this out there because it came into my mind, okay?
Yeah.
I replied to Jayologist, and I said she does seem to disassociate a lot. Yu just says no. Okay, whatever. Brian says, "I don't think Radio Silence has the guts to pull a twist, but damn, I would be impressed if they did. They have gotten us invested in that sisterhood, and I think it would be so cool to flip that by having Sam actually end up being a killer of people that piss her off." Agreed.
See, that's kind of what I was going about, because then it could tear Tara and Samantha apart.
Yeah. There's one thing I think will be like a telltale sign for me if happens in the next movie, but I go into that a little further on, so let's continue. I replied to Brian and said, "If not Sam, it's Joel from Scream 2 that's behind it all, with the laughing faces. First African-American Ghostface, LOL." If you don't know, Joel is the cameraman that just said F this shit and just ran away in the second movie.
Like, nah, I'm out.
See ya, wouldn't want to be
And,
you.
Could you imagine if they just had him come back as a Ghostface?
What a twist!
see, one thing that did actually kind of, I was kind of picking up on was, if you remember whenever they had like all the Ghostface lined up and stuff, they did mention the dude from the third one. It said, "Oh, it's the only Ghostface that was acted alone."
That's one line that made me think it could have been Kirby. That's the one line that made me think that it could have been, because she was like, "That's ambitious."
Yeah, like, I don't know, like maybe they only caught one of them that time.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of...
The original script said that there were supposed to be two. It was supposed to be the girl that got killed at the beginning of not the beginning, but at the bottom of the steps.
Okay.
Yeah, she was supposed to be the other killer. Because they even had a scene where she was in like the bathroom up on like the toilet, and she was holding like the mask and the guard.
Oh my God, Sidney Prescott!
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if they just decided not to shoot that or if they just put that as a red herring at that point.
Yeah.
But she was supposed to be another killer initially.
See, that always did kind of strike me as odd. Like, why only have one Ghostface? Like, Ghostface has always been...
It would have been impossible for him to get away with everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. IR Land says Sam could have orchestrated it all with the family. She could be working with Stu from prison from the very start, if the theories are to be believed. I don't know how I feel about the Stu thing. They brought it up in this movie, very briefly. They just said, if you believe he's dead, but then on like the Ghostface board that they had in the FBI office, it said dead. So if he was in prison, I don't think it would have said dead.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only hole in it. I would love it if they could pull that off as well. I think that would be amazing to see Matthew Lillard again.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Alright, so the next one is from Nat So High. Nice. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it was both Sam and Tara. Tara really enjoyed that last kill she got, which was oddly out of character. But I don't think it's going to be both of them. Tara seems like truly traumatized.
Yeah.
Like, she was not dealing with it.
No.
You know what I mean? She was filling it with, like, parties and everything. So.
Exactly.
All right.
Whereas Samantha was fully content and even admitted, like, I like to kill.
Yeah. I respect your opinion, but I respectfully disagree on that one.
Yeah.
Joey44 says, she left it behind because she's not like her father, and she won't beat Ghostface. That's the entire point. That is one way it could go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying this is definite. This is just a theory I have because of the weird stuff that they've done.
Yeah.
I replied to that saying, wouldn't that be a perfect cover for them hiding the real meaning while simultaneously showing us right to our face to later be able to flash back and be like, see, it was there the whole time? I honestly don't want it to be true because I like Sam, but there's been some weird stuff both shown and said that can be taken many ways on purpose. I'm not mad that some people think that it's bullshit. I just think Radio Silence is trying to pull the rug out from under us, just like what happened to Tyson from Scream 3, LOL. The next comment is from Nina Rod. Absolutely, she's probably the killer in the next movie. We're probably going to find out that she was the mastermind of Scream 5. It's all about execution with Scream, and it would make perfect sense in that world for it to be in our face to the point where we blow it off.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I replied to Nina saying, we'll have our answer if the sisters split up in the next movie. Tara wants independence, so they could use that as a reason they don't live together anymore, opening up for the possibility that Sam can kill more for herself instead of pulling the strings. I do feel like she might have a couple bodies already, besides the one we see on screen, LOL. Nobody can deny that it's super strange that instead of just straight up killing Bailey, Sam decided to adorn her father's garb and brandish his weapon to mimic the experience of a victim, showing she knows how to play the Ghostface role.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about, like wearing his fucking Ghostface outfit and shit, like showing
she could have just blown his head off.
Yeah, but
no, or restrained him.
Yeah, she wanted to feel what it was like to be Billy.
Yeah, she wanted to kill that man.
Yeah,
which I could understand because
no, she didn't even
mess with her family.
Yeah, she didn't even want to kill him. She wanted to kill him the way her dad would have.
Yeah, she stalked him.
Yeah. She ghost-faced that motherfucker.
Okay, the next one's from Nico, and it says, it's not that strange. Sydney did the same thing in Scream 96 when she jumped out of the closet and stabbed Billy. You're not wrong, but my comment goes into why I feel like that's different. I said, that's true, but the situation was completely different with Sid. She didn't have the chance to take them out like Sam had with Bailey. Sam could have just blew his head off or restrained him while he was unconscious, but she decided to put on her daddy's garb, grab his weapon, waited for him to wake up, and then stalked him a bit before killing him. One's not like the other.
Very, very true.
Alright guys, those were our thoughts on Scream 6 and our theories about what might happen in the next one. If you guys have any theories, let us know in the comments. Also, let us know what you thought about the movie. Obviously, we really enjoyed it. I would love to go back and see it again, honestly, and I've already seen it twice in the same day. But until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and do you. Peace nuggets.